What's up guys, Houndish here, and today it's time for the weekly reset for the 9th of January 2024. And this Tuesday, as always, we're going to jump in and check out the main rewards and vendor inventories for the week. But additionally, we get the first update of 2024, which brings a few season changes. We'll cover those. On top of that though, we get new quest steps and unlocks for week 7 of the season. Plus, we'll be unlocking the third catalyst refit for the Wishkeeper exotic bow. And then we'll cover the Eververse refresh. Hopefully, we'll get some juicy bright dust items for the season. But we'll take a look at vendors like Banshee and Ada 1, as well as key rewards and unlocks for the week. There are some pretty good farmable exotics this week, plus we'll cover the featured lost sectors and plenty more in the video. So I hope this one is useful guys, and if you enjoy it, be sure to get subscribed for more D2 content. But now, let's get into it. And so first up today, we do get the new patch for the game, which of course is the first one this year. And ahead of the patch notes, the Destiny 2 team said that based on player feedback, they've made some changes to Checkmate in the update. And due to the amount of tuning, Checkmate will be moved back to labs, but next week will feature 3v3 Clash, which has been modified to reflect a fan favorite mode from the original Destiny, which is Skirmish, so that should be interesting. But they say as well they've adjusted all primary weapons to join hand cannons in having the same optimal time to kill as they do in the base sandbox, and in modes like Clash and Control, you will now start the game with 2 kills worth of special ammo, so 2 shots on a shotgun for example. But they add that they've increased the amount of special ammo credit you get for assists and deaths, so you will get special ammo pulls more frequently, and at the same time they're reducing the amount of special ammo you get from approximately 3 kills worth to 2 kills to reduce snowballing. So the ammo drops a little more readily, but in slightly smaller amounts. And on top of that, they say they want reduced uptime of abilities in the PvP sandbox, but the current level of ability cooldown tuning made some abilities feel impractical to use, and ability cooldown penalties are being reduced from 30% to 15%, and melee damage is being increased to allow 2 melees to kill. So a few changes to keep in mind right there, and they add they'll be running more Checkmate Trials Labs later this season on February 9th. Now that'll come with the new tuning, but Checkmate currently isn't planned to be in the control node again. So yeah, more adjustments to Checkmate right there. Give us any thoughts you have on them down below. There should also have been some other changes in update 7304 today. However, at the time of making this video, Bungie haven't actually published the patch notes for them, so it's something I'll have to keep you posted on, and once we do get patch notes, I'll add them to the pinned comment at the top of the comment section down below. Next up though, as we get into the game right here, we can see there is an Eververse event, and this is the flashback for Season of Undying, and they say that armor, accessories and more from Season of Undying will be available on the Eververse storefront page until the 29th of January. So there we go, they're in the Eververse store. We can see the bundle for the armor right here is 900 silver. There's also a 1200 silver emote. Not sure, 800 silver legendary finisher right there, and we've got 800 silver for the ship. And 700 silver for the Ariana's Vow ornament right there. So there we go. If you're interested in the bundle and you want to spend some silver, here is your opportunity. I'm guessing that Bungie reduced the cost of this following the drama last season about it, but let us know your thoughts on it down below. I know there are some players who are eager to finally pick these up, regardless of that silver cost. Otherwise though, for quest content in the game, initially there is the Constellation Pair quest. This will be for the next catalyst for the Wishkeeper, so if you want to work on that one, be sure to visit Morro and pick up the quest. Also though, we do get new steps for Wishing All the Best, and I believe these will be the final steps for the season story quest this season, so let us know down below if you'll be diving into those this week. And up next, let's take a look at the bright dust items for the week in the Eververse store. And for the front page right here, we've got the Drumroll exotic emote, which is 3,250 bright dust. On top of that though, we've got the Exospore I'm not even going to try and say that, 2,000 bright dust for the ship. From back in Season of the Haunted, I believe right there, an interesting looking thing. And then we've got the Swirling Leaf Entrance Transman effect available for 450 bright dust. We'll have a quick look at that one. Additionally though, there is the Chrome Stock Shader available this week. As always, the shaders cost 300 bright dust, and additionally, there is the 44 Steel from back in Forsaken on the front page. And then for the second page of bright dust items, we've got the Red Light Green Light exotic emote available right here for 3,250 bright dust. On top of that though, there is the Warrior Stance, a rare emote available this week for 400 bright dust, and for 2,850 bright dust, we've got the Photovoltaic Ghost Shell right there available in the store. And then there is the Wave Rider, which is actually a new one for this season, which is a pretty cool looking thing, I suppose. And that one's 2,000 bright dust. So a new season item is better than a not new season item. But back to the store, there is the Assembly Rider Exotic Sparrow available for 2,500 bright dust this week as well. So take a quick look at that one. And then we've got the Whaler's Whim ornament for the Wish Ender, which is 1,250 bright dust. That one from back in Season of Defiance. The kind of plain looking one, but let us know if you'll pick it up. Then there is the Clue Projection for 1,500 bright dust in the store this week as well. And then moving on to the second page of shaders, we've got First Light initially available right here. Once again, all of these are 300 bright dust. On top of that though, there is the Carbon Blood shader available this week. And then we've got the Boreal Char from back in Season of the Splicer, I believe, quite a bright one right there. And additionally, the Transcendental Ambition, which is 300 bright dust this week as well. This might have been in a bundle, I believe, a few seasons back. I'm not certain about that, but one I need to pick up. Let us know if you're going to grab it down below. Then we've got the Plesiohedral State Transmat Effect. These are all 450 bright dust. Additionally, though, there is the Box of Tricks Transmat Effect this week in the store as well. Pretty cool one. But finally, there's Cannon Fodder, which often finds its way into the Eververse store. So give us your thoughts on the Eververse inventory this week down in the comment section. And for a quick look at Banshee's featured weapons for the moment, we've got the Whispering Slab, which has Archer's Tempo and Unrelenting. Then there is the Orvandel FR6, which has got Slideways and Swashbuckler, as well as the Dire Promise, which is Snapshot, Sights, and Rangefinder, which may be okay. Then we've got the Peace of Mind with Perpetual Motion and Elemental Capacitor, as well as the Code Duello, which has got Auto-Loading Holster and Cluster Bomb, so that might be a bit of fun if you don't have a better one, but keep in mind the weapons and featured perks will change throughout the course of the week. But very finally, down here at Shader 1, this week we've got the Scorn armor set from back in Forsaken, or actually a mixture of the sort of world armor drops that came with the Tangled Shore and things like that in the Forsaken era, so maybe some stuff to add to collections. But for the shaders, which are 10,000 Glimmer, initially there is Gold Leaf right here from back in Season of Opulence, and then we've got the new Pacific Rush, which is one of the old Titan Destination shaders, as well as the new Monarchy Regalia available this week if you're after older faction shaders. Our final bits of content to mention in this video though, and for the Nightfall this week, we'll see Psyops Battleground on the Cosmodrome, so that should be fun as always, and the featured Nightfall weapon according to the rotation will be Warden's Law. Of course, we also have Grandmasters available now, so it's a good opportunity to pick up a Warden's Law if you still need one. But the Exotic Mission Rotator this week will see Operation Seraph Shield as the featured mission, so Revision 0 and a bunch of Season of the Seraph weapons are available in there, so good luck on the hunt for those. Perhaps more juicy though, we've got Root of Nightmares as the featured raid, and so Conditional Finality will be farmable this week, as well as the rest of the legendary loot pool from the raid. But additionally, we see Ghosts of the Deep featured for the first time as far as I know, and so the Navigator exotic Trace Rifle will also be farmable this week, so that's a pretty good one to go after if you haven't picked it up yet. But very finally, we have the featured Lost Sectors for the week, so for today, we've got Skydock on the EDZ dropping exotic legs, and then we'll see the Quarry tomorrow on January 10th dropping exotic gauntlets. January 11th we'll move over to Dreaming City with the Felion's Rest dropping exotic chest pieces. Plus we'll see the Bay of Drowned Wishes on January 12th dropping exotic helmets. That's followed by Chamber of Starlight on the 13th dropping exotic legs. Perdition on January 14th dropping exotic arms, and then finally we'll get Bunker E15 for January 15th on Europa, and that's dropping exotic chest pieces. So good luck hunting down any exotic armor that you may be chasing in those lost sectors, but for today guys, that's what we have to round up in the video. So as always, I hope this one has been useful, and if it has, a rating below very much helps us out on the channel. Also be sure to get subscribed so I can keep you posted with more Destiny content, but otherwise, I very much appreciate you tuning in today, and whatever you get up to, I will catch you all very soon.